This is Leanne from Crafty Creatures, and we're going to start off just with an introduction video about your string art for the two pieces that you have in your string art kits that you purchased today. And so just to begin, you have your wood and you have your different templates. And so depending on which designs, each of them fit on a square board. And so you can position the board any way you would like and position your template on the wood in any position you would like. One thing to note about the wood is there are some instances where your wood can pose to be a challenge, most notably when there's a knot. Hopefully you do not have too many knots on your board. If you do, if there was, for example, a certain location of a knot, you could hopefully position your template around it. You should be able to feel out where that knot would be when you lay down your template. So one of the first things you're going to want to do is to center the template that you have. We just have a copy here that we've printed in-house just to get these videos going today. So yours should have a box that will closely line up to give you an idea of where the center of your design is on the center of your board. And then the other thing to know, just in relation to the wood itself, don't feel like it's glued down. You can always feel comfortable once you get hammering to move it around, to get up and stand if you prefer to stand versus sitting, so that you're comfortable while making your string art today. Now we have our lovely nails. A couple of things to know about these nails. We have provided you with smooth finishing nails. These nails will make your fingers dirty. So just to let you know, go through your hammering process, do your entire design, and make sure to wash your hands very well before you proceed with the next step, which would be removing the paper off of the wood and over the nail. You don't need to tape down your paper. Your nails will secure your design in place for you. So just choose a nail location to begin and hammer anywhere to get that nail in there deep enough so that it does not move at all. We don't want the nails to be wiggly. As soon as you have one nail that wiggles and you put a friend beside it, it will be more challenging to get that first nail back to be tight in the board. So we want to ensure every single nail that we hammer is going to be tight. Now on the opposing side and a different dot on your design, you're just going to put another nail, and that's going to secure your entire template in place. So if you see how I'm just checking with my thumb and my forefinger, that's how you can tell how tight your nail is and whether it's wiggly or not, and how deep to go with it. You want it still to stand out of the wood. If you go too far with the board that you have, you're obviously going to hit through to the other side, and we don't want that to happen as well. One other thing to know about the nails is this. While we may have some perfectionists in the group, you do not need your nails to be exactly straight. When our string is done on any design that we do, what happens is you visually look at the string first, so you're not actually looking at the depth of the nail itself. So while you're in the first phase of doing all your nailing and you see possibly a crooked nail here or there, you may notice it at that time because there is no string, but once the string covers it up, what you're really going to be focusing on when someone looks at your design is the top of the nail head and not the crooked or straightness of each particular nail itself, okay? So don't worry too much about being a perfectionist when it comes to that. Another thing to know, and we have 4 different designs currently that we have prepared, so everybody's potentially working on different designs. One of the easiest ways to work on and to think of how to nail your design is to think of an etch-a-sketch. When you were a little kid and you did your drawing and you erased it from side to side, that's essentially how we would like to work with our nails. So I'm right-handed for my hammer. My nail is in my left hand. I'm actually going to start on the right hand side and work my way along just like an etch-a-sketch would through all the nails this way. What that will allow you to do is to have your hand free and not sitting where some nails would be to make you have to do awkward little dances around the different nails to fit it in. It will also ensure that you don't hammer yourself into what we call a tight spot, where you can't necessarily, even with your fingers, hold up the one nail in between 2 other nails. So we want to ensure that you're able to work on your design efficiently and going across. So think of an etch-a-sketch as you do that. So all our left-handed individuals out there, you're going to swap. You'll have your hammer in your left. You're going to start on your left-hand side and work your way over to the right, okay? Last but not least, just want to let you know, have fun with your hammering in today's stressful days that we are stuck at home, cooped up with our family members. It's a great way just to have some fun and relieve a little stress. Don't worry about waking up the kiddos if you're doing this at your dining room table. Try to put down maybe a bit of protection underneath, just in case the wood moves or marks up your table potentially, depending where you're working. You could just use a tablecloth or something in that regard to help save the table as well, okay? But really the wood shouldn't be moving too much unless you're the one moving it in order to work on your design. So as you go along, you're just going to continue to hammer and have fun with that.